Good afternoon, everyone. Give us 1 second. We're just waiting for some more people to come onto the live, and we should start in a few seconds. I hope all of you who are watching right now have an object with you, as we had asked you to bring an object with you when you came for this mindfulness session. Welcome to our 8th Mindfulness Circle. My name is Kepki Thosar, and I'm your facilitator today for our mindfulness session. I'm the psychological counselor at the lovely Hilltop campus, and joining me today is my very dear friend and colleague, Ms. Priyanka Bajaria, who is the moderator for today's session. Priyanka is the campus counselor at Viman Nagar. If you have any difficulties or if you have any questions, please write to her on the YouTube comment box and she will relay these to me. We are from the Symbiosis Center for Emotional Well-being. So far, in our mindfulness sessions, we have experienced mindfulness in a variety of ways, including the last session where we actually practice eating mindfully. Today also, we're going to be doing something very interesting with objects. Now, things and objects surround us. Everywhere around us, we have something or the other. For example, right now, you might be in a room with a chair, a light, computer, window, carpet, pictures. Typically, we tend to gloss over these details and nuances of things, primarily to make life simpler. Today, I will be taking you through a 15-minute visual object mindfulness meditation. It is a visual meditation type which is based on focusing your mind and your attention on one particular thing. In this case, it is the object that you brought, which will be in front of your eyes. It is often highly recommended for beginners who are finding it a little difficult to still the mind to practice this type of mindfulness meditation. Thanks to practice, it becomes easier for the mind to release into a place of emptiness and to simply just being. The simple requirement for today's mindfulness session is to sit on a chair. Turn your phone off onto silent mode and ensure you remove your slippers and keep your feet on the floor. However, if your surroundings aren't very clean or if you aren't comfortable removing your footwear, I encourage you to put your safety and comfort first. Do not cross your hands or legs. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. I hope you are in a silent space and you will not be disturbed for the next 20 odd minutes. Please try and use your earphones as we're going ahead with the mindfulness session. I encourage you to try and be calm and comfortable. You might have stray thoughts, feelings, or sensations that might come up in your body that might distract you from my voice and my instructions. This is okay, this is normal. As soon as you notice that, though, try and bring your focus back to my voice. All you have to do in this exercise is gently follow my instructions. Before we start, Take the object that you brought for today's mindfulness session and place it in front of you. Place the object at a distance from you such that you only have to look down slightly at an angle of 45 degrees. This angle is helpful so that it does not put any strain on your neck. Don't touch the object, just keep it at a distance where you can see the minute details of it clear enough. Today's object mindfulness session involves bringing your attention and your focus onto this singular object in front of you. You will describe the object based on what you see visually and what you feel from your sense of touch. Plan to spend the next 10 to 15 minutes of uninterrupted time for this exercise. Let us begin by taking a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Select your object and ensure it is small or medium in size. This will be the focus of your attention. It should not be something that you have strong feelings about. It could be a pen, a watch, a paperweight even. If it is a photo of your kids or your partner, if it is of a beloved pet or anything else that stirs up any emotions, this will not do. Try and ensure that the object that you have placed in front of you is a neutral object and is not evoking any feelings for you. Without touching the object, let's first explore it visually. Describe in your mind only what you see in ways that refer to the inherent qualities of the object. Try not to use any judgments or interpretations. Observe the features of the object. Try and look at what you are seeing. Try not to jump to any guesses or judgments about the object or what they symbolize. You do not have to use the comment section to describe. Simply do this in your mind. For example, if you are looking at the object in front of you, understanding and observing it as small is a judgment. Instead, try and have a more objective description and say something like it's about 1 inch in diameter. You could also try to imagine that you are describing this object to someone who cannot see it. Bring your attention to this object. What does the surface look like? Is it smooth or bumpy or rough? Do you see any pattern or any ridges that stand out on its surface to you? What is its shape? Is it circular? Is it rectangular? Is it a square or does it have an irregular shape? Is it straight or is it curved? Or is it a combination of the two? Does it look shiny or is it dull? Is there a gleam on its surface or is it faded? Are there any shadows that you see on the surface? Any reflection? Is it transparent or is it opaque? What is the color you see of this object? What shades of color does it have? Observe the object and look at whether it looks soft or does it look hard. Does the object look wet or does it look dry? What else do you see about this object? What do you observe and what comes into your vision when you are looking at it? If your mind's internal monologue starts to analyze this object or begins to rehash stressful situations of the day, worry about the future, start making lists, or anything else, it's okay. Just gently bring your mind and your attention back to your chosen object and the sensation it provides to you when you are looking at it. It's okay if you are focused on something. The goal here is to maintain a quiet mind by looking at this object in front of us. Now, pick up this object and hold it in your hand and run your fingers across it. While doing this, I suggest that you close your eyes as it will help you focus on the feel of the object. Does the object feel hard or is it soft? Touch the object with your hands, hold it, and observe. Is it smooth or is it rough? Is the object you're holding sharp or is it blunt? If you find your mind trying to engage you and taking your observation away from how the object feels in your hand, simply bring your focus back to the object. Don't beat up your mind for losing focus. Just gently bring it back to the feeling of the object in your hand and what you're experiencing. To observe in a better way, try and close your eyes while you're holding this object. How much does this object weigh? How heavy does it feel? What is the temperature of this object that you're holding? As you're running your hands across this object, how does it feel at the different parts? Do you notice any differences on the surfaces of where your hand is running? How does it feel on your skin where the object is touching your skin and there is contact? What do you observe at the point of contact of your skin and the object? What do you feel? Focus on the feeling of contact and focus on the different surfaces that you can feel on this object. Observe and make sure that you are feeling what the surface feels like, how heavy it feels, and stay with the experience of holding this object. Try to experience the object to the fullest. Stay still with it and hold yourself in this experience. As you become comfortable, try and bring your attention back to your breath. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep maintaining this rhythm in your breath. Slowly and gradually open your eyes with a gentle smile on your face. Great. Look around you and try and center yourself. Today we practiced object focus meditation, where in this kind of mindfulness meditation, we make use of conditioning by getting our mind to focus on the object that is in front of us. It allows for the mind to stay in the present moment and not wander or seek constantly. It allows for our mind to pause, for it to be present, and for it to remain still by being anchored in the now and the here. The nature of the specific physical item to use during this type of meditation is irrelevant. It is a matter of personal preference, and anything from a candle flame to a picture of a deity to a flower to a rock could be used for this type of mindfulness meditation. As I mentioned earlier, it is a good practice for beginners and those who are having trouble practicing other forms of mindfulness that we have taken in prior sessions. You can instead start your mindfulness practice with this type of practice for about 20 minutes a day until you feel like you have mastered this one. Once you have mastered this type of mindfulness practice, you can move on to other forms which could focus more on an internal object like your breath. The use of an external object of attention is useful as it acts as a point of reference to which the mind can easily be tied or anchored to. Every time your mind strays, you simply need to bring it back to the object. If you continue this practice and use this focus meditation technique on a daily basis, you are likely to experience a shift or a change in the reality with a whole new perspective. You will achieve greater self awareness and begin to let go of your negative beliefs and judgments. You will begin to live more in the present moment, in harmony with yourself and what is around you and the universe. Practicing mindfulness is not simply to relax oneself. In general, it is to attune oneself more to the present moment. When we practice mindfulness with our eyes open, like we did today, we are recreating what most of the day looks like for a lot of us, since we function with our eyes open. And from here, what we are building upon is our ability to be mindful throughout the day in each and every task that we do. When we are able to train our mind to slow down, to pace itself, we are able to complete our tasks much more efficiently, problem solve in a better manner, and make good decisions and improve even our interpersonal relationships. Today's object mindfulness is to help you come to the present and use an external object to align your focus and be in the present moment, that is, in the now. If there are any questions that you have at this point, for those who are watching live, please use the comment box on the YouTube channel and Priyanka will relay this to me. I'm not seeing any questions so far on the YouTube comment box, but if you do have any questions, please do write in to us at skew.event@siu.edu.in. We are from the Symbiosis Center for Emotional Wellbeing, and Priyanka will be leaving you a feedback form in the YouTube comment section. On this note, I'd like to thank Priyanka for being my moderator and my support mechanism today. And I'd especially like to thank each and every one of you and appreciate your presence here with us in this mindfulness session. See you for the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead. Take care.